Danger to see love walking around at the end of the game. What's that? Scott Thompson? Test next week, so we're hoping we can update the test and stuff. We might keep going pretty short tonight, guys. We are on a bit of a tight time frame to get on the bus to get to the airport, so get things underway.
Go Sando, how's the heart?
Not so good. That was that wasn't a pretty game of footy, I know. That wasn't one that you'll be, or our fans won't be rushing to order to watch again. But the result was the key point. We just had to get a win today. We had to get the 4 points. There's been too many occasions this year where we've let these opportunities slip, and just really grateful today that our young team was able to get it done. I think that's the youngest team we've had on the field this year, and it shows a fair bit of character from that young group to be able to get back and hit the front when Collingwood got over the top of us in that last quarter. So, the initial question, how's my heart? Yeah, not good. It was one of those games when really frustrated in the coach's box, but ultimately happy with the 4 points.
Great character though, because you lost a 21-point lead early in the third quarter. They got 6 points in front. Midway through the last, you could easily have rolled over, but to come again and kick the next 5 goals was showed a lot of character. Yeah,
I mean, this meant a lot to both teams today, and I don't think it was going to be a really open, free-flowing, attractive game of football to watch. I think when two teams are just so desperate for a win, there's going to be a lot of mistakes. I think we still hit the post 5 times today, and we kicked 3 out of bounds on the full. So we've got to keep working on that. We still lack a little bit of poise and composure at critical times in games. But you sometimes get that with a very young team and a team that's still learning how to win consistently, and that's been our issue this year. We're playing some good footy, but it hasn't been 4 quarters. It hasn't been consistently every week. It's been up and down. We've gone missing in patches in games, so we just have to keep teaching, and ultimately the more times our young boys experience a match like that today, they'll get better and better at handling it.
Well, they played very brave footy early. You took the game on.
Yeah, definitely. I think we didn't. It was the first time in a while that we've been in front at quarter time, and it was nice to make a team chase us for a change. As I said, though, we still have to learn how to take advantage of those situations. In the perfect world, ultimately, you'd love for your team to get 20 points up, then go 30 or 40 points up. But to Collingwood's credit, they didn't give in. They had some really good players today, and as I said, they wanted to win as much as what we did. And fortunately, at critical times late in the game, we were able to hit the scoreboard.
Nice to be finals destiny in your own hands now as well.
It's been a long way to get here, I must admit. Losing the first 3 games of the year, we've really been chasing the competition, and I know it's around 18 and the season's quickly coming to a close. Tonight we're in the 8. We've got to review this game, enjoy the win tonight though. That's paramount for our fans, and we had a lot of people come over from Adelaide this weekend too. It was great to see so many Crows fans here. We've got to enjoy this win tonight. Great to beat Collingwood at the MCG, but then get home, 6-day break, and prepare for West Coast. So that's the reality of this competition. Is it's ruthless, and we've been working our backsides off to get in the 8. Now that we're there, we have to make sure we try and stay in there.
And to win at the MCG, that's only your second win out of your past 13 matches at the venue.
Yeah, I didn't tell the players that one. I knew that stat. But, I'm a positive coach. I feed my players information to help them succeed and to give them the confidence to walk out of the MCG and play well. But I knew that. I knew this hasn't been a happy hunting ground for us. But, that's nice to get that monkey off the back. And listen, we've got so much respect for Collingwood Football Club, and they're always hard to beat here. This is one of the real challenges is coming across to Melbourne and playing that team here. And really happy for our boys, really happy for our fans. Something to cheer about tonight. Finally in the 8, but we know that there's 5 games to go and still plenty of twists and turns, I'm sure, in this season. Yeah, I think so. This group's really hungry, and they can frustrate our fans. We can frustrate our fans at times with some of our ball use, and we didn't kick accurately today. And once again, we didn't handle the pressure well at times. But yeah, the rewards of just scrapping and grinding out a hard-fought win, as I said, from such a young group. Thompson a late withdrawal today. No Rutten, no Riley, no Porplesia. A lot of our experienced guys out of the side at the moment. So, yeah, really happy. I should mention also to our milestone boys, Richard Douglas has been on our list for 9 years, and our boys absolutely adore him, and I felt that they weren't going to let this slip for him. And also to James Podsiadly, who's been at our club for 9 months. Our players have quickly fallen in love with that guy too, you know, and it definitely meant a lot to our players to win today in those 2 milestones. And Podsy's story is one of the great stories, one of the most positive stories in AFL footy in the last decade. And to make his debut as a 28-year-old, to win a premiership, to play 100 AFL games is something he should be very proud of. And I just love the way that our boys dug in tonight to win for those 2 guys.
What's the verdict on Danger from your point of view?
I will have to wait. I don't want to call it too early. It didn't look good on the TV screen or the replays that I've seen. But I mean, you know, Danger, he's sort of shaking it off, saying it's okay. It was just a knock. But anytime you see a player, you know, clutching at his knee, your heart skips a beat. So. Yeah, I think we've probably just got to wait till, you know, X-ray scans, probably take a couple of days back in Adelaide, I think, just to get a clear assessment. But yeah, fingers crossed.
Scotty Thompson, going to play next week?
Yeah, he was really close. I probably, I was a bit gun shy after last, you know, we took a calculated risk last time we played. And unfortunately, he lost a fair bit of power in that 3rd quarter and we had to sub him. So in such a critical game today, it just felt that the risk wasn't a worthwhile one. So we'll closely monitor him in the next few days. But he was really touch and go. So he should be back in the frame next week.
Last couple of Brenton Smith, where's he stand in the competition? Like, brilliant halfback and 2 long goals. Is he an elite player now? Yeah,
I think so, yeah. I mean, he's been a great player for us all season, and he's had 1 or 2 games where he hasn't been at his best, but over the entire season, he's been so consistent for us. And once again today, he seemed to be wherever the ball was in our defensive half, and his penetrating kick, you know, was a great weapon for us and has been all year. But it just frees him up a bit more now with Henderson back. So you see Henderson, Yench, Smith now really giving us some great punch out of half-back.
That's a real bonus for you this time of year now, having all those 3 guys play that role.
Yeah, I mean, we've had our challenges in the first half of the season with players missing from injury and, you know, players who certainly would be in our best 22. So we haven't seen a lot of Brad Crouch, Tom Lynch, Ricky Henderson. We didn't get Taylor Walker till round 7. So we've had some challenges in the front half, but I think we're starting to get our best 22 together and hopefully get Thompson back next week and we can really keep the good form rolling.
There's going to be a lot of pressure on Nathan after this. Is it such a cutthroat business that you just move on from here, or do you spare a thought for his predicament now that they're out of there?
Oh yeah, I mean he is a very, very close friend of mine, and it is a ruthless industry. One of us was unfortunately had to lose today, and I think the Australian cricket coach and the Collingwood Football Club coach have the most scrutinised coaching jobs in Australia, and he'll be fine. He's a quality person. He's resilient. They've got some injury problems, you know, and you know, Maxwell retiring during the week, so he'll be fine. He's got a great football club behind him. Yeah, it's my day in the sun today, which is nice. I'm sure he'll be back up there without too much time.
You said on Friday you're in your best form of the season right now. How exciting is the next 5 weeks and possibly the finals appearance for you?
Yeah, well, I mean, internally we're just talking about our next opponent, and I know that's cliched, but ultimately our objective is to beat our next opponent. We won't look too far ahead, and I know externally there'll be a lot of talk now of can you stay in the 8, who replaces you, and but ultimately, yeah, our objective is to beat our next opponent. For us, that's West Coast Adelaide Oval next Saturday.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate your time.